Alrighty, just got this thing home. 1995 Mitsubishi 3000 GT SL with a blown head gasket. And I'll show you more in a little bit, but I'm about to clean it up. And I don't have a key for this, so I need to figure out how to... The wheel is locked, turned. It was so fun getting it on the trailer. But anyway, try to pull it off in a few and wash it and stuff. And I'll show you more. But here she is.
All right.
So it's been a couple days. I went ahead and finally got it moved over here. I moved all of the vehicles currently at my house. Not that it matters, but that's not my GTI. That's not my GTI. We got my Honda. We still got the parts Honda. I need to get rid of it. But you know, I'm lazy. And then my dad's Camaro. And then my Ford. And then my 280. And now my 3000 GT. But anyway, just so it makes slight more sense to anybody who cares. I do have technically 5 cars, I guess. But these 2 are not mine. On that truck isn't mine either. But I'm just storing these 2 GTIs for people. So anyway, here's what we got. So this is obviously in quite rough shape. But it's also not in that rough a shape. Depending on how you look at it. I'm obviously looking at it in the good, not rough shape way. The actual body itself is fine. The paint is obviously completely destroyed. I mean, there's no paint left in this car, basically. But like, and then of course all the bumpers and stuff are not good. But you know, the main thing, of course, is the quarter panels, because these are the things that you can't just swap out. And this quarter panel is perfect. This corner panel is quite good as well. There is some potential things going on in this general area, which I will have to address. Might be Bondo, or maybe it just cracks like that. I don't quite know. I've never seen that before, so that might just be Bondo, or maybe that's something that does happen. But either way, this can be fixed. I mean, I can't tell. It might sound a little different. That might be Bondo. I don't know. But it's there, and it's there. So it took so long to spray this car off and clean the interior the other day. I haven't even looked at it too much more. Like, I did look at it a lot, but not in a crazy amount. But anyway, so here we go. This is a car, obviously, the paint is gone, so we don't look at that. I don't know where the OEM wheels are, but it came with some Chevy wheels on it for some reason. But that's cool. It's just whatever. Like I said in the previous clip, unfortunately, they lost the key. This came from a junkyard, as you saw in the first clip of me in the junkyard. I don't know what their plans were for this, but they had it listed for sale for cheap. I'm assuming if it didn't sell, they were just gonna probably put it in the actual junkyard for parts. Luckily, it didn't come to that, and I got it before they did that, so nothing really got taken off the car at all. I know the previous owner, from what I figured out from paperwork and from what the guy at the junkyard said, previous owner, I don't know when he bought the car, but I know he parked it in 2016. That's like whenever it got parked, and it got parked because the head gasket blew. Considering the maintenance records he had of this in the car, I'm assuming he did take care of it, but I don't know if he didn't like know about the head gasket for a while, because there was a couple radiator caps in there, so he was trying to track down the overheating issue. I don't know how long he drove on it with a blown head gasket, so that's kind of my thing. I don't know if the heads are going to be warped or not, but the engine does have 236,000 miles on it, or the car does, so that's another thing. I'm pretty sure the car or the engine is going to be pretty worn anyway. So what I'm getting at is I'm going to rebuild this engine, probably get the heads resurfaced, maybe, you know, whatever else machine that I need to, and then go ahead and do a full refresh, bottom end, top end, which I've never done before, but this is a great time to try it. I mean, why not? Like the motor on the Datsun is literally been rebuilt twice, or almost, no, 3 times actually. So this motor did compression tests and all that, and that motor is literally perfect. So like something like that would never touch. The Honda, I don't want to touch that car internally, because I haven't ever needed to, and the engines are so damn cheap. Why would I? But this car, engines are not cheap, and they're really hard to find. Like the VR4, every flippin' one of these is a VR4. You would think they're rare, and apparently they're rare, but they're not rare at all, because every person has a VR4. Every video is about a VR4. Every mod is about a VR4. Every engine somebody sells is for a VR4. Like, yeah. So, I'm kind of glad I don't have a VR4. Because, yeah, although it is easier to find parts, they're so freaking expensive. Like, the engines for the VR4s are like freaking 5 to like 8K for no reason. So I'm gonna rebuild the engine. It'll probably cost me about 15 to 2K, but then I'll have a fresh rebuild, and I would have done it, which is pretty cool. Something I've always wanted to do. I'm not gonna really do any like internal mods unless I have to bore the heads or something. But yeah, no, I'm basically just doing a stock NA build. Just want to refresh the thing. I don't want to build an engine for it. I just want to build a stock engine for it. You know what I mean? For now, anyway. I do need to build a fast car. Everybody tells me that. I know. But I don't... Until I get into a fast car, at this point, I don't care about the fast cars. I just care about the cool-looking cars, the drivability of cars. Which is weird to say, considering I have a slammed Honda. But you know what I mean. I don't really care about speed. Now, I'm sure if I had a fast car, I would definitely care about speed, but I don't, so until then, I'm not going to care. But anyway, I'm sorry, I ramble a lot, but oh well. Anyway, so here we are. This is pretty much the exterior of the vehicle. Just like every car I seem to buy, this car, absolutely completely stock. I have not seen a single aftermarket part on this, unless you want to consider these wheels aftermarket, but like, they're just random Chevy wheels. I don't know when they got on the car. Maybe the guy kept his old stocks, and maybe the junkyard found these and put these on. I don't know. Don't know where the wheels came from. But like, things body-wise, I mean, this antenna's broken, but that's fine. It's got this weird stuff on the roof and the window. I don't know what that is. But it's on there. I gotta get all this stuff off. Obviously, the windshield wipers are the rustiest thing on this car, and like right here. But like, this is fine. I can just sand that down and paint it. And then these, probably get new ones. If not, I can try to sand them down and repaint this part. But like, underneath the car, no rust at all. I looked when I was at the junkyard, and I looked when I had it on the trailer the other day when I brought it home. And yeah, literally no rust. There was, so, okay, let's look at the interior real quick. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. There's something going on here. It looks like a dog started eating the bumper, but I'm assuming something hit here. obviously broke this. Dented in the fender really good. Definitely hit the bumper, and then it looks like a freaking dog started eating it. I don't really know what happened with that, but something definitely hit here. This bumper is pretty much garbage. Side skirt's good though. The mirror's good. The door though, the door's got a big dent here. You can definitely see that. It's all kinds of waved out at the bottom there, which, like, this car has really weird body lines, but yeah, like this side's good. You could tell. It's kind of what it's supposed to look like compared to this. So I mean, that's kind of I'm hoping I can fix this door, because that's the one thing I don't want to buy. The rest of everything I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy a kit for like side skirts, bumpers, and then I'm gonna buy a different hood, of course. Like, this hood looks like I could sand it because it's not dented at all. Like, this hood looks really good, aside from the paint. So I could save this hood for sure, but obviously I'm gonna go aftermarket these. Well, I don't know what they even have for these, but like, these were tinted and they actually look really nice. So I might go back with something like that. Which this one's literally perfect, so I only need one if that's possible to get. Headlights, I can probably just restore them, and I'm sure they'll look pretty damn good. But yeah, like, I'm gonna get a whole body kit, so none of that really matters. The only thing that matters is this door. Can I fix this door? I don't know. But anyway, so we go back here. We do that, because the fender's a little pushed in. It's all good, though. Here's the interior. I did clean it, and it's already a little dirty from my shoes and whatnot, but did clean the interior. It looks pretty freaking nice. At the back, some leaves in there from the wind and stuff. So here's the interior. Of course, this is the 5-speed manual, and the shifter feels pretty damn good. It's pretty stiff. Obviously needs a short throw, but I've never had a short throw in my life, so I don't really care about that. But yes, has the manual. The interior is actually not that bad. The dash is absolutely cooked. But you know, what do you expect? This is not bad enough to where, like, I need to replace it. It's just bad enough to where I can either replace it, or for now I can just put one of the covers on it, you know? Why not? I can do that. Then, like, everything else in here is good. The switches work. You can hear the AC, like the things moving around in there, which doesn't even happen on my Honda, crazy enough. All of the switches do switchy things, which is pretty good. Pretty freaking nice. Rearview mirror, gonna have to replace that. It's not looking the best. It's got whatever this is going on in there. So, like, you know, rearview mirror. But, like, the headliner is dirty, but it's good. This whole thing is good. All the switches work here, as they should. These kind of warped a little bit, but they're fine. And yeah, those are fine. Steering wheel is actually not that bad. Obviously, I'll end up putting a NRG wheel on here, I would assume. Everything here working good. All the buttons. The glove box, super nice, super clean. The carpet isn't that bad. I definitely can replace it, but I'm pretty sure if I just clean it, it should be good. Take the seats out and vacuum underneath the seats will help a lot. The door cards aren't too bad, although the top, this is literally from the sun. What you're about to see, the only reason this interior is bad in any shape is because of the sun. This could be user, okay? That could be user, but like, all this is sun damaged. This is literally destroyed from sun damage. This did break, so, you know, maybe that's not sun damage. This, though, is a little rusty. It's missing the bottom here. This side has the whole thing complete, good. Looks really freaking good. And the top isn't sun damaged. So I'm assuming at least the side of this front was sitting less out of the sun for however long. Because it's set for 10 years for sure. So I'm assuming it's set somewhere where this side didn't get too damaged. Because this side of the dash is fine. And this side of the dash is terrible. This door card is screwed. But then you come back here, sun damage from that window on both sides. And then the whole back seats are just destroyed at the top from the sun. But like the bottoms, they're not bad at all. Assuming nobody really sits back here, because as you can see, you kind of can't. So that's probably why they're so good. But like they're cracked on the sides as well. But I mean, it's just gotta be from the sun. This is that piece that goes here. Potentially fixable, but at this point, like, I'm missing a switch. I don't know I don't really know what that switch would be for. But yeah, so anyway, the interior is really not that bad at all. Also, when I bought the car, I got new plates. And the title will be in my name and all that. Here is the thing. The mileage, 236, 681. Got it for $9.95 plus title, tax, and whatever the hell the L means. 236, 681. Now, there was a key for this car, and they lost it. So that freaking sucks, because now the wheel is turned, and this wheel is absolutely locked. So, you know, that's super unfortunate. But luckily for me, this car does not have a key that like needs to be reprogrammed to the ECU or anything, so I can make a key copy for the door or the ignition. However they do that, they'll make a key for whichever one and it'll work. As long as this was never replaced, which it doesn't look like it ever was, they make a door key and it'll work for the ignition and actually start the car, because it doesn't have to be reprogrammed to the ECU, if that makes sense. So that's really good. That should be pretty cheap to get a key for it. Has cruise control, pretty cool. Windshield wiper button, fog light button, left right mirror. This is the only piece that's like broken. This piece broke on the way here. It was cracked and hanging, and then when I got here it was in two pieces. But that's the only piece that's broken. This should be hopefully easy to get. But that controls the mirrors, power mirrors. Don't know what that does. I think that dims the cluster. But as you can see, it has almost a half tank of gas. It's been sitting for 10 years, so I'm hoping that that's okay. It says premium unleaded, fuel only, which is like 93, isn't that cheap? Or the most expensive one? I don't like that. This handbrake has seen some freaking days. It's literally in the shape of a thumb, this thing, and it's been taped up, and there's not even a boot anymore. This thing has seen some freaking days. But, yeah, shifter boot's good. This, I'll probably just buy a new one, because I think I can. That way it's all fresh, I don't have to paint it, and I don't have to try to clean the inside. I'd like to see if I can get the stock little thing for that, but I guess I don't need to. And then, who knows what the point of this little hole is. But, you know, another thing I will have to replace is this here, or I can wrap it over like I did on my Honda. There's all of this in here. There's not too much going on. I need to replace the struts for it, as per usual. But yeah, this is some stuff that was in the engine. I'll show you that in a second. The engine has been taken apart a little bit. I'm assuming whenever they were going to attempt to fix it. But like, anyway, this back piece, pretty damn good. I could repaint that, make it look a little nicer. Replace the struts. Unfortunately, the sun has been back here, eating away at freaking everything. It looks like there was one of those covers that like the Ford has and the Camaro had. but that doesn't seem to be in here anymore. Spare tires in there. I'm holding this up with my head now. But yeah, like this is the intake tube. This is cool. The car does not have cup holders, but there is this little cup holder thing. So that's actually quite useful because Datsun doesn't have cup holders either, and I never realized how annoying that is sometimes. But yeah, no, got all this. I'm not sure what that had to do. It does have the back piece, but it is not in very good shape, like the carpeting area. But it does have a stock wheel, or stock spare, which is cool. And a little tub spot, stock jack. Looks like it was actually used. Doesn't have the rest of the pieces, but some of them, you know, which is pretty good. This is a windshield washer fluid. Wow, what the hell? Huh, okay. I got that looks like a washer fluid thing to me, which I guess would go for the back. Which is weird that they're separate ones, but yeah, anyway. Trunk latch works, unlike the Camaro did. Let's check out the power barn here. So here we go. Here's where we're at. As you can see, timing belt is not on the car, which is not very exciting. Here's the engine. Looks like all the bolts are in there. It was covered up and the hood was down. So I'm hoping the hood was down and had no water getting in here, but I do believe moisture, obviously, could have gotten in here. Which is not good. It's really, really not good. But like I said, I'm going to rebuild the engine, so that should be fine. But like everything is disconnected. Those are disconnected. I think this whole thing is, yeah, disconnected. The whole top of the engine is literally disconnected. The heads aren't off, but like, yeah, I don't know. I guess they were going to attempt to do the head gasket, and then they just never did. I don't know why. Because like even the motor mount here is completely disconnected, and the motor mount doesn't even look too maybe, I don't know, but like the motor mount's disconnected. The front of the exhaust is disconnected, like the manifold. So I don't know. And like all the hoses and everything is disconnected from this car. Also, there's 2 radiator caps, and there's no radiator with the cap on it. I need explanation on that. Why did he buy 2 caps for a radiator that doesn't have a cap on it? Yeah, like all the AC and everything's hooked up. I guarantee this AC worked when it was parked. Like, I almost guarantee it. The brakes seem like they work. I mean, they do. Well, they don't. The brakes worked. There's plenty of fluid in there, so that's good. Clutch is on the floorboard, though. And also, there's a lot of cut wires. See, like, I'm pretty sure it's something chewed on stuff, because there's that. Here's a power steering. Little mud dauber nest in there. Pretty sure something was chewing on some of these wires. I might be able to save this harness, but I don't know. And yeah, so there's just a lot of things going on, and I'm just now looking at. But yeah, so anyway, wanting to rebuild the engine. That's kind of my goal. But obviously it's going to be quite the journey to get this thing back and running. I mean, this thing hasn't ran in 10 years. And it's been sitting with half of everything cut and chewed on and taken apart for 10 years. So that's pretty good. But either way, if I'm rebuilding the engine, it won't matter. The body, super easy. I just buy brand new cool parts and put them on, and then I paint the car. I don't know if I'm gonna paint the car or if I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do in that sense, but anyway, I know I just rambled for like 30 minutes, and I apologize, but then again, it's not like anyone watches my videos. These are really just for me. If y'all do watch my videos though, and you do actually enjoy my videos, I'm sorry I suck at them, but I hope you do kind of enjoy them. I know I ramble a lot, but it's just kind of what it is. But yeah, alright, that's all I got for this. Stay tuned for the build. It'll be up here and there. Might be a while till I do start the build, but just keep in mind, it will happen eventually. But I'll see y'all later.